So in this video, I'm going to show you my workflow for going from Canva to PowerPoint and then use DataPoint to include the live data. So first off, I'm just going to start off in Canva here. I'm going to go create a design, and then I'm going to make sure that what I choose is a presentation. Once I've done that, I can look through all the templates here, put in some words to describe it, and find the one I want. So in this case here, I've found the presentation I want. Now, I want to get it into a PowerPoint format so that I can go ahead and use DataPoint to update the data live in real time. So I'm going to go Share and Download, and then make sure I choose the PowerPoint, the PPTX version, and then save that, download that and save it to my hard drive. When this happens, then I end up with this PowerPoint that looks like this. And as you can see, it's totally editable in PowerPoint, which is brilliant the way Canva does that. So Canva is awesome because it's giving us those thousands of different templates that we can do, and then we can still bring it into PowerPoint to use all the power of DataPoint. Now, in most cases when I'm doing this, I usually recommend that you have your data set up first, and then you go looking for a format that's going to work with it. In this case, I had just chosen this template, and then so I created this Excel spreadsheet to cover the data points that I wanted to show here. But usually I would go the other way. I'd be looking more for a template that's going to fit my data instead of fitting my data to that. So the next step, if you've got DataPoint installed, is to go to DataPoint and then go to the Connections area and choose List. And once again, you see all the different ways we can connect your PowerPoint to data sources. In this case, I'm going to use a Microsoft Excel spreadsheet, and I'm going to go Add Connection. Then I'm going to browse my hard drive in order to look and in order to find out where that particular item is that I've saved. And let's just go here. I go Canva to PowerPoint, and there we go. I've got the sales change. Oops, and you have to close it if it was open. So, and there you can see it's showing you a little bit of what it's going to look like. And then I pull that in here and go OK. And now you see I've got my new Microsoft Excel connection. I highly recommend as a best practice that you rename this, because if you've got a PowerPoint presentation with 5 or 6 different data sources, you could have 5 or 6 different Excel connections, so you won't know what they are. So I'm just going to call this something like sales. So now that we've got this connection, we're now going to add a query for it. And in the query, we can choose the first row contains field names, and then we can choose how often we want to update this. And I'm going to click OK, and you'll see that it's showing my data down here previewed, which is great. Again, a best practice is to rename that so that it's easier later on to see where all your queries, where all your connections are without having to open up each one to look at. Now I'm going to click OK. And at this point, our data is connected. So let's start off with the sales revenue area here. So I'm just going to click on that text box, go up to DataPoint and click on that text box to connect it. And then I'm going to look here, and we're looking for the sales revenue change, which in this case is 0.28, which is 28%. And if I wanted to change that, I can choose from any of these columns, or I can choose different queries. But in this case, I'm just going to choose that. Now you see what's happening here is it's showing as 0.28 because that's what I had in the spreadsheet for 28%. So we're going to need to format this a little bit differently. So I'm going to go back to text box. I'm going to choose format, and I'm going to choose percentage, and you'll see now it changes to 28%. And now I just do the same thing with each of these different areas. Total item sales, I would click on here, go to text box. Instead of revenue change, I would go to item sales, and it's giving me 75 there, and I go 75, but in this case I need the K after it. So I'm going to go up to the text box, and I'm going to go text, and you could add a prefix or a suffix here. So I'm going to add K for 75,000, and then that's done. And you just continue doing this throughout the entire process, and then every time you open this presentation it will be up to date, or if you set it up for every 60 seconds, then it will update every 60 seconds if you want to use this as a live dashboard. So this is a great way to do business proposals, financial statements, anything where you're going to need to show any kind of data. So we hope you enjoyed this presentation. Please hit the like and subscribe button on this video to help others find our content, and reach out to us at PresentationPoint.com if you have any questions or would like to download a free trial of DataPoint. Thanks for listening.